First time, last time, and I'm closing the show. Who says physics doesn't take you places? Saying that, I'm doing a conference in 2 days in Coventry, of all places. Right, I guess I better just come out with it then. Hi, my name's Kyle, and I'm a physicist. Good, you guys understand the problem. It used to be okay when you were an undergrad. You know, you do a physics degree, you think, this is what I'm good at, this is what I'm going to get a degree in. But after a couple of years of doing a PhD, the stories are true. It's not all it's cracked up to be, especially the people you have to work with. Sorry, Pete. You used to think, oh, I'm smart, I'm unique, I'm doing something special. Now I kind of think I'm more like everybody else and a little bit obstinate, opinionated, a little bit different, whatever that means. But I think I do a pretty good job of destroying the stereotype. Okay, I mean, I hope you can tell, I go to the gym. Not your standard physicist activity. Not entirely sure how to act when I get there, socially. I mean, you know, it's a pretty difficult situation for anybody. You know, you think, oh, I kind of want to talk to people, but that's not how it works. You do not speak to people in the gym. Gym goers are a community of people with a code of silence. You don't speak to strangers, you don't offer advice, and you don't look at people. If you look at people, you're looking at them for 2 reasons. First reason, they're doing something horribly wrong. And you kind of have to breathe it in. Either that, or they're particularly invigorated by their workout. And you know the kind of person that I mean, right? You know, the 6'3", hulking American guy with his top off, getting oiled up, flexing in the mirror. Then he locks eyes with you. I'll say something like, what do you think about that, Kyle? In the shower. Gets an awful lot worse when the opposite sex is involved. As much as you might like to look at someone, again, you shouldn't. No, it's not one of those 2 rules, right? But it's difficult. You might want to speak to someone, you've got no reason to. Especially in a gym like the uni gym, because it is huge and you never need to share equipment. You have no reason to speak to anybody, no matter how much you want to. So if I see someone walking in, the only thing I say to myself is, okay, just don't look. They walk past, they start to warm up, they start to do their thing, and I think, okay, just do your thing, don't cry this time. Finish my set, think it went well, look around to see if there's any attention, and she's stronger and prettier than me at 7 a.m. And do you know what I've started to do recently for some reason? If the bar's at like throat height, I'll walk into it until it starts to, you know, sort of choke me. I think to myself, do I enjoy this? And that same woman is looking around thinking, too submissive. Okay, so that's 1 strike, no social skills. But I got some dress sense, right? A lot better than that Bryn guy. Oh, wait, that's homophobic. Okay, well that neatly brings me on to the next point. No common sense. Some dress sense, no common sense. And this made itself perfectly apparent in the middle of summer. Now you all know what a Glasgow summer's like, right? It's hot, it's sticky, it's humid, it's exhausting. All you want to do is go to work, come back, cook your dinner, go to bed. Sigh yourself to sleep, if you're like me. So I had that plan. I came back from work, I had everything I needed to cook dinner. I got chicken, I got rice, I got spring onions, I got teriyaki sauce, and I've got chilies. You know what else I've got? Hay fever. So, I'm cutting the chili, and all of a sudden there's an itch in my eye. Yeah, I know. And I think, just a bit of pollen. This won't be a problem. This was a huge problem. Because instantly I'm blinded, and I rush to the tap and I start rinsing my eye, and it gets a little bit better, and then it gets so much worse. And I think, oh, I know, milk. Milk's the answer, it's the secret. And I open the fridge, and I think, I don't want to go out again. I mean, I guess I only need 1. And then I kind of realized what I've said, and I thought, oh, fuck, now I'm down to 1. I'm going to be the guy with the eye patch. And that might be the most white person thing to happen to anybody. Blinded by a chili branded as mild with a fruity tang. Okay, so, no common sense. It's not looking good for me. But I do struggle with one thing that everybody struggles with at one point or another. Dating. Except I struggle with it constantly. As a physicist, you gotta admit, it's not any easier. Because as a physicist, you gotta realize there's not a lot of women doing physics. Owed in particular to certain Italian scientists. Come on, you're on my side with this one. No women in physics and not a lot of real-world engagement. So, before long, you're using apps. The silence means that you all sort of agree with me on these are shit. Not easy to use apps at 26. Yes, I know that sounds melodramatic, but like peak Tinder is like 22, 23, okay? Do you know who uses apps at 26? People you wouldn't fuck with a knife. And people who are in trouble. Is physics trouble? I mean, am I in trouble for doing physics? It's got its pros and cons though, as do all things. Apps, impersonal nature. Big con with that is the kind of behavior you get off people. Ghosting, for example. You would never just look someone in the eye, ask them a question, and fuck off. Similarly, dick pics. If you did that in real life, arrested instantly. But the impersonal nature, you can get away with it. You would not look someone square in the face and say, "Oh, shame about the dog, but what do you think?" Big pro to come along with it. As a physicist, you don't get to see the disappointment. You might think, great, I go to the University of Glasgow, I could put this in the profile. Until eventually they ask, so what do you study? Oh, my one weakness. As if physicists have one weakness. But when you do have to tell someone face-to-face what it is you study, the results can be disappointing. I was watching the World Cup final, alone, thanks fellas, in a bar. And out of the corner of my eye, I see someone walking. I think, okay, don't stare. And they run off, they get their drink, and for some reason they sit next to me. Not right next to me, but close enough that, we should probably talk. And eventually she breaks the silence. And I think, okay, just do your thing, don't cry this time. And we get speaking, and things seem to be going well. Oh my God, there's hope. And then she asked me, so what is it you study? And I said, I'm doing a PhD in plasma physics. And she says, oh. Oh good, you saw that, because I did too. Oh, like actually leaning back out of the seat. So she leaves to speak to her friends. She leaves her jacket and her purse there. She does not come back. So she ghosted me face to face. And I don't blame her, truthfully, because when you think of physicists, you think of a very specific kind of person, right? You think of Albert Einstein, smart guy, but married his cousin. Sheldon Cooper, need I say more? Stephen Hawking, yeah, you do, go on, you do. And of course, Brian Cox, the only man on the planet who actually sounds like a down-and-out 90s musician who took too much LSD, talked his way into CERN, and then couldn't get out. So yeah, I think I've actually kind of set it up pretty well for myself. I am a physicist. I got no social skills, I got no common sense, and I can disappoint a woman in 5 minutes or less. Alright, thank you.